Your client has tried everything. They've tried therapy, mindset work, sauna, cold plunge, de-bloat pills, crystals. They've worked with other coaches. They know exactly what they should be doing, but they're still stuck. So today, I'm going to be sharing why understanding the body's wisdom changes everything. And no, this isn't just another Just Breathe video. After 15 years of working with clients and training over 100 somatic coaches, we've noticed something really fascinating in body-based breakthrough. That the more that someone understands their patterns intellectually, the more frustrated they actually become when they can't change them. So here's why. So here's the deal. Your client's body is keeping the score of every experience that they've ever had. And until we address that, no matter like no amount of mindset work is going to change anything long term, like in a more like lasting way. So let me share with you something that happened with one of our B3 practitioners. Her name's Crystal. And she came to us feeling like, as she said, like a replica of everyone else in the wellness space. And she knew all the right things to say to her clients, but something wasn't clicking, like something wasn't quite working. And the problem wasn't actually her knowledge. It was that her and her clients were trying to think their way through something that actually required body-based wisdom. So think about it. Like, have you ever just told the client, like, yeah, hey, let's just take a couple deep breaths when they're anxious? And how did that work out? Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't work, right? So I want to talk about why your nervous system, see, it doesn't teach, it doesn't speak English, it doesn't speak French, it doesn't speak Portuguese. It speaks sensation, emotion, like behavioral impulse, and it speaks in images. So when your clients are stuck, it's often because number one, there are either the body is in protection mode, like it's not going to give you any information, or they're trying to outsmart their survival responses, which we all naturally have. And they're adding more tools, which is great. Tools are great, without actually addressing the foundation. And so this is why someone can understand their patterns perfectly and still feel really stuck. And so here's what actually creates change: working with the body's natural rhythm, not against it. So instead of pushing for transformation, we want to create conditions for natural restoration. This means learning your unique somatic signature, something that we teach at Body-Based Breakthrough. We want to understand our nervous system's language, like the language of the body. And we want to begin to create safety at a biological level. So when we do this, change doesn't require force. It just really naturally flows from us. So let me show you what this looks like in a practice and why it works at a neurobiological level. So let's see. Here at B3, we start here. So we'll talk about sort of what you're noticing in your body, in the environment. We use something called orientation. And I learned this when I was going through my somatic experiencing practitioner training. And orientation is a practice that directly engages what's called your ventral vagal system. And this is your social engagement system, what Dr. Stephen Porges calls your neural platform for transformation. And so I want you to imagine, you can just let your eyes softly scan the room. Let your eyes softly scan the room. Almost as if like your eyes could soften back and actually receive the room, almost like they're just laying back in hammocks in your eye sockets. Just gently, softly scanning the room and just noticing 1, 2, maybe 3 things that you see that really draw your attention. And then you can begin to feel what parts of your body make contact with the chair. We call this working the periphery. And you can also go back out and notice the temperature of the air on your skin. And what's happening right now is really fascinating. So, your nervous system is gently scanning for cues of safety. And so, what's really cool about this is that when we are finding these cues of safety, we have what's called a vagal brake, and it begins to activate, meaning that we move out of what would be considered fight, flight, freeze, any of these more activated or intensified nervous system states. Your heart rate variability increases, which is a great indicator of nervous system health, and your capacity for connection begins to expand, which is just lovely. So, this isn't just about relaxation, it's a biological state shift that makes transformation possible. So from this regulated state, or more of a settled state inside of what we'd call your window of tolerance, your clients naturally have access to more resource, more possibility. We get out of black and white thinking. And so think of it like this: if your client's body is like a snow globe that's all shaken up, our job isn't to analyze the snow, it's to let it settle so that they can see more clearly, that we can see the snow globe more clearly. So we like to think of it as like your clients aren't broken. They don't need more information. They need a way to access their body's innate wisdom. And so this is why somatic coaching is transforming the wellness industry in so many ways. It bridges the gap between knowing and being, between understanding and embodiment. And so, if you're ready to learn more about bringing body based breakthrough into your practice, I want you to click the link below. You can learn more about our B3 certification program, but we also have a really cool, absolutely free community called the Somatic Coaching Community. And I'd love for you to hang out there and for us to be able to offer more ways that you can begin to work with your clients, you can begin to work with yourself, so personally and professionally, to be able to do this. And so I just want you to remember, as I'm sort of wrapping up here, is like your body holds the answers. Our job is just simply to listen. So go ahead, you can click the link down below, and I'm looking forward to meeting you and hanging out a lot more. We'll talk to you soon.